I'm Lena Washington in Los Angeles, where the Rams keep rolling and Jared Goff achieves an NFL milestone. We'll have post-game reaction coming up next in sports. Tabitha, it was announced during the game that more than 80,000 tickets were distributed for this Week 2 preseason game against the Kansas City Chiefs. But I can tell you just by looking throughout the Coliseum, there were less than 80,000 fans here, more than likely, because there were sections of seats left empty. A far cry from last week, where it was a packed house, a record-setting crowd for a preseason game, for that game against the Cowboys. More than 89,000 fans in attendance. But hey, this week it was more of the same in terms of results for the game. A come-from-behind victory for the Rams, and Case Keenum had a solid performance starting for the Rams, completing 4 of his 5 passes for 53 yards and a touchdown. Todd Gurley also added a rushing touchdown for Los Angeles, but it was a back-and-forth game until the Chiefs took a 20-14 lead at the half, and then it wasn't until the fourth quarter when Jared Goff, who had a rough go in his first 2 series, 1 of 2 for just 10 yards and 2 sacks up to that point, well, he recorded his first NFL touchdown, a 10-yarder to Malcolm Brown to make it 21-20 Rams with 10 minutes left to go in regulation, and that score would hold. The Rams are 2-0 in LA, and after this game, head coach Jeff Fisher said they still have a long way to go before their regular season home opener against the Seattle Seahawks on September 18th.
Some things happen in the game that, obviously we got to get corrected, and there's a lot of things that you learn from. Like I said last week, I think last week I was talking about how proud I was about the penalty numbers, and we had 2 penalties, and we need to keep that going. And all of a sudden today it breaks out, and we even get a player ejected, which is should never happen, and it's a learning experience. I mentioned, Annie and I both agreed, and we're glad that it happened, tonight rather than week 3 or 4 of the regular season. So they have to learn from it.
And there were actually 2 ejections in this preseason game, and when the official announced it to the crowd, he said, and I quote, "Number 19 for Kansas City and number 20 for St. Louis." Of course, the team and the game being played in Los Angeles. So still a couple things to work out before the regular season, but as it stands, the Rams are shining in Los Angeles, a city that's made for the stars. Reporting from the Los Angeles Coliseum, I'm Lena Washington, 17 Sports.